We are building a bedroom that doesn't have a closet.
So I'm here at Ikea, and what I have discovered makes things a little bit more complicated for design.
Which means we need an Ikea hack.
Okay, maybe I'll see if I can take the camera up and show you what I was actually fighting with.
We also need to get these ceilings ready.
Really gonna elevate not just this bedroom, but the whole house.
So we can finally move on to the electrical.
Part of the challenge with this house is that it is very small, meaning that our bedroom is definitely not big enough for a walk-in closet, but I still want like a really beautiful, luxurious bedroom. So I'm hoping that we can come up with an idea to make this whole back wall like a beautiful dressing room vibe, even though it's in the middle of the bedroom. And the other thing that I'm really excited about is paneling the beautiful vaulted ceiling. There's just something about a paneled ceiling that just screams like a luxurious house to me. And thankfully, because we did buy a small house, it does help with the budget because we don't have a lot of ceiling to panel. But in order to build my beautiful dressing room, closet, gorgeousness that we're actually going to do out of PAX wardrobes, we may or may not need a bulkhead, you're telling me.
We probably will need a little one. It just depends on the heights of the cabinet.
And he was giving me the gears like 2 minutes ago because every day when he's ready to start building something, I don't have the design done yet. So I'm going to get the design done.
I'm just going to do a bit of prep work. If you saw last week's video, you know we were framing the ensuite. So now I'm in the primary bedroom. We had a spot where the old chimney was, so I have to insulate and vapor barrier that. We have some drywalls to patch, and then some insulation to fix.
I'm on my way back to Ikea yet again because in order to build my beautiful dressing room wall, I think I need to Ikea hack the PAX wardrobes. I've seen a ton of these done online. They look so beautiful, so I definitely want to recreate that idea. And I'm gonna need to know the sizes that the Ikea wardrobes come in, and I also want to see the colors in real life of the cabinet doors so that, I don't know, I can figure out how I'm gonna make this beautiful built-in look with these Ikea cabinets. So hopefully I can also resist an ice cream cone, but it is currently 10 degrees, so it's not looking good.
Heather's off on her adventure, and I'm just about to tape up my vapor barrier. This is where the old chimney top was, actually. And then you can also see there's a bunch of blue lines. That's where all the old walls were. Because the primary bedroom, it actually used to be 2 very small bedrooms, so we took out all those walls to make it bigger. So I want to get all that sealed up. I'm going to start doing the drywall, and that'll just make everything nice and easy for doing our tongue and groove on the ceiling. So I did also find another problem to fix.
So I'm here at Ikea, and what I have discovered makes things a little bit more complicated for design. So the cabinets come in 3 widths, but the doors only come in 1 size. So the 3rd width does not work for doors. It only works if you do sliding doors or no doors. and I definitely want doors. So I have to somehow work with the 20-inch cabinets and the 40-inch cabinets because the doors only come in 20 inches. Complexity. The other thing is the door colors. I'm not 100% sure. There is this, which I think is really beautiful with the reeded glass, but I don't think that I can commit to keeping the things inside my closet that clean. The other color I really like is this gray beige that comes in a great flat door, which means we can just add molding or something to it to dress it up a bit, do a little baseboard, crown molding, and paint all of that color match to this color. So if we don't love that color, then that would be the door we have to use, and we could just paint the whole thing whatever paint color we like. The other thing I really love about using that color is that they have the interior in the exact same color, which means when you open the doors, the inside of the closet would match the outside of the closet, which would just add to that whole luxurious, like custom built feeling. The other super cool thing that I want to show you that I spotted in these is, look at this. So when you open this one, the light comes on inside. Isn't that cool? We had to wait for them to get our part as a color sample anyway. So if we have time to kill, might as well kill it with ice cream, right?
Okay, maybe I'll see if I can take the camera up and show you what I was actually fighting with. That's a bit of a pain. So I'm just about to put this piece of drywall in, but once you get up to the peak here, you can kind of see nothing lines up. Also, this side is actually slightly different height than this. I might be able to do something with the strapping when we do the tongue and groove, but I'm more worried about this. And I don't really have a solution yet. I think I'm gonna get the boards in, tape what I can, and then I may have to jig something, maybe float it out with mud, to be determined. So
I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town.
Very excited.
Look at the beautiful stars. I wanna.
It looks so good. The annoying thing about the two cabinets being two different sizes, and like I had to fight with them. It was a fight, it was a battle. Worked out so well. I'm super excited to show you.
yeah,
Yeah.
right now?
If you can come right now.
Well,
Because I'm so excited. No, 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 no. Now. Now. We all know how Chris is. There's something I want to show you goes. Okay, my question is, was it alive?
no.
Have you been here long enough to know that in the basement, under the ceiling, was an entire mouse village that Chris discovered at one point?
Unfortunately, continuing with the demo in the basement, I just keep coming across things. And this morning, we've been finding lots of mouse poo. Don't forget the wasp nests. Oh, look at the size of that.
God, crazy.
It's huge.
Oh my God, these poor people, they lived like this with all of this in their house. How bad could it be if it wasn't alive? Just poorly built.
It's poorly built.
We should rename this series The Poorly Built 1970s Backsplit.
Yes.
Okay.
Forever to
Show
repair.
me what you want me to see.
So I wanted to replace this insulation.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah,
It's all
because
black.
it's gross.
Yeah.
Super gross.
not
But
mold,
that's
it's-
not mold.
No, it's not mold, it's dust.
Okay, it's dust.
So you know there's air movement because it filters the dust and then it turns black.
Oh, okay.
But I peeled it back
Okay.
and it's super black. And there's a 2-inch gap here to the outside. So put your hand there. There's a lot of air moving right there.
Oh my god, that's crazy. You can see this little fluff ball just, wait a minute, hold on, I can see daylight. The fact that your phone is making warning symbols. That's basically, yeah,
So what's
perfect soundtrack.
Do some plywood from the inside to
Okay.
start with.
Okay,
We will be doing the siding on the outside.
all right,
So
okay,
I may have to readdress the outside then.
okay,
But for now, we'll at least
okay.
put some plywood in
And
there
that's
so
my
it
job,
seals
instead of
things up.
excitedly telling you how beautiful this wall of wardrobe's gonna be,
Yeah.
because it is gonna be so pretty. We got some decisions to make. There's 3 options.
Oh, wow. Okay. Give me a hand with this for a little bit. I want to finish this bit of drywall. And then we can check out the designs.
And then we can get to the fun part, is what you meant to say.
There's a fun part?
The design is the fun part. Where has he been this whole time?
A
Goggles.
trip to Mars.
Apparently this is a messy AF job.
Nothing can break me.
Yeah, just like guide it. Something that used to be alive comes out of this. I'm telling. Oh yeah, you knew it was coming.
Oh, what?
It's tiny. Thank God it's not summer. Can you see the wasp nest? It's like the teeniest, tiniest little wasp nest. At least it's not all huge like the others. She says before she takes down the last one.
Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Lay my troubles to rest. Roll the smoke through my cigarette.
That was incredibly dusty and gross. But as always, I am super grateful to Basecamp Masks, who gifted us these great masks, and they just keep coming in handy. Don't drop mud on my head!
Don't walk under again.
Okay, so plywood now.
I think there's some strips down by the miter saw.
Oh, that are big enough?
Yeah, hopefully they go over that gap.
Okay, so 9 3/4.
That's looking fun. And I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself. I'll be someone else. No one stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive.
You know we're covering that, right?
What do you mean?
I just feel like you're putting a lot of work into making it like super smooth.
That's how you do a tape coat.
No one's gonna see the tape coat. You could just leave the ridges. They're gonna be under tongue and groove. Oh God.
Do a good job. You do it once.
That's why this is taking so long.
I'll get you screws. And
Do you know what this
use-
means?
You can finally use.
My sweet new drill. Oh my God, my sweet new drill needs a name. Should it be like Penny because she's purple? Penny the purple drill? Oh, windy.
Wonder if I should foam here. You're gonna do the foam?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the foam.
Okay,
ready.
step 1. It only works like that.
Okay. Pro tip right there. Your foam should be upside down. Who would have known that?
Nothing can break me. Nothing can break me. Try not to hold me
Spray
down.
foam.
Feel alive
Done?
Yeah.
when I'm in this town.
I want to see the bird.
Beautiful
It's a blue
stars.
jay.
I wanna take
Aw,
a
we
trip to
missed him. He
Mars.
just flew away.
Break me, no.
Okay,
Nothing can break
back
me.
to it. Oh, you're double gluing it.
Alright, you're up.
Oh, it's so sticky. So how many screws? Like 6, 7?
Stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes.
One step closer to a pretty bedroom.
Yes. A slow step.
I'm excited about the vaulted ceiling. It's very pretty.
It's starting to look better with patches in there.
I know.
Still have one more to do, but
It'd be nice when it's not the terrible stipple. Now, you had to get the drywall done
yeah.
before we could strap the ceiling.
Yeah, I just wanted to have that all nice and sealed up so there's no air leaks or anything.
Now that you have that done, we can strap the ceiling, except that we need to know where my closet's going. I say my closet. I do plan to share some of it with Chris. Not half of it, obviously, but some.
So kind.
We either have to frame like a closet.
Yeah, to build everything into. Is that right?
Well, I don't know. Like, so once you see my design, then you're going to know what we're building.
Yeah, then we can come
Yeah.
up with a
Right?
then we can come
Am
up
I
with
right?
a plan.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Design review time. We have to have the closet on this wall. And, oh, the other thing is we don't really have room for a dresser. So even if we just built in like 2 standard closets,
Yeah.
here and here, we wouldn't really have any dresser storage. And of course, I always hate a closet because you lose like so much space to the wall, right?
Yeah,
You lose 4 inches to the wall and then a bit more behind.
Yeah.
So bad use of space, in my opinion. I hugely prefer a built-in wardrobe to a closet. So
You don't like bifold doors?
no. So there's stuff like this where, see how it's the packs, but they did like a bigger gable and a bigger baseboard
Yeah.
and like these gorgeous custom doors. So I want to do something along those lines and make it feel like super built in and beautiful. Packs cabinets, went to Ikea to check out the
Yeah.
sizes. So the super annoying thing is it comes in 20 inch, 30 inch, and 40 inch. That's it. The doors only come in 20 inch.
How does that work?
So the 30-inch cabinet, you get one 20-inch door and then one weird little 10-inch door.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't want door, skinny door, door, skinny door. So that was immediately off the table.
Okay.
So we could only work with the 40-inch cabinet and the 20-inch cabinet. See?
Yeah, so it's
How
not.
like filler cabinet, like, and then weird skinny.
Yeah.
So that didn't work. So this is what I came up with,
Oh wow.
right?
I mean, that's incredible. It's hard to believe we're in the same room.
I know, right?
It looks a little different today.
Yeah, it looks a lot different than what we're standing in now, but it's going to be amazing. I ended up spacing the 40-inch cabinets out, like tight to the wall, one in the middle,
Okay.
which left me with a 10-inch space in between,
Okay.
which was super annoying.
Yeah.
But then I remembered that Ikea has that 9-inch cabinet for the kitchen,
Oh right. Yeah.
and that comes in a super pretty wood finish that will go super pretty. Oh, I should show you.
I don't know where she's going.
I'm coming back.
What is that?
This is the color of the cabinet that I want to use.
Okay.
See?
Oh.
Oh, it's hard. The light looks weird coming in the window. Sorry about that. So this is the color cabinet, and then the wood insert bookcases. Super
Yeah.
pretty, right?
Yeah, I could stack my underwear on those.
No! So because this is, I want these to look all built in, I need to have a 2-inch panel here,
Okay.
and then the 40-inch cabinet, the little 10-inch built-in guy with the little cabinet recessed, 40, blah, 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 blah. But we also need to drop the wall above it down so it like lands on top in
Yeah.
line with the doors.
Okay.
Then what I want to do to make it look not like a wall of IKEA cabinets is just get like applied molding from Rona or whatever.
Yeah.
And just apply it to the doors and then paint it out the same color. So I just did 3 different design ideas of how to put it on.
Oh, okay, but they would all be.
So they would all actually
Actually be the
match in
same.
the end. So then the one idea is having the panel, just like long panels
Yeah.
that make like a nice clean door, and we would do like nice big handles on it if we did that one. Then the other idea I did was splitting it into 2, which I really like. And putting a knob on here. And then I was like, oh, you could hang something on those knobs. So then I was like, oh, well, what happens if you flip that one around so the knobs are a little higher and you could hang a dress or something? So it gets a little functional. But that wall, that bulkhead that we're going to do above, I want to also apply the molding to that. And then paint it all out the same color, including the baseboard. Then I think all the molding and all the doors are also this color. Right? So a little bit darker, which is super pretty. And I'm super, super excited to start thinking about paint colors and stuff like that. So design reveal videos are coming soon, but we still have to get through this little bit of framing stuff because the electricians are coming soon. So now you have to shoot a laser up there so we find out where 25 inches is.
Yeah.
Man, I'm getting good at this, hey?
Yeah, so we'll shoot that up, get our marks. I'm going to get...
We did not celebrate the fact that I'm getting good at this, like enough for my...
I'll be right back. I'm getting fireworks. Do you have screws?
Get them in your mouth first. So one of the things that makes strapping the ceiling so hard is you have to use these little magnets. Little magnet. And you have to run it along the ceiling to find the screws that are in the ceiling board that are going into the floor joists, and then you know where the floor joists are. Some of them are super easy, but some of them are super difficult to find. So this is the first hard step. And now we've got most of them marked. We need to mark some at the very top of the peak, and then we get to move on to the other super hard part of doing the ceiling strapping, which is lining up the stupid laser. We're not there yet though. Chris is just about finished putting up the top plate for my beautiful wall of cabinets. Are you gonna start heading with the laser? Look at how beautiful that cake is. No.
You measure 16-ish off the other.
That is the best news ever. We're going to try to skip the laser part because it is so finicky. You have to line up the laser. You have to hit 2 marks. I don't know if you can see the laser line. See the laser line? You got to hit the 2 marks on the ceiling. And honestly, like, it takes, oh my God, sometimes it takes like 20 minutes just to get the laser. It's such a waste of time. But we're going to skip the step, and you're saying just go 16 inches off the one we got in. Yep. And hopefully we hit.
We'll see. We'll see.
What if this goes way faster than we thought it would? That'd be sweet.
Don't.
Don't, oh shoot. Don't jinx us. Oh my God. This was an absolute score. Okay, this was an absolute score. So we need to put blocking in this wall because something to do with exterior wall and interior wall. I'll get Chris to tell you about that. But what I'm excited is I had to measure the space in between to know how big the blocking is, and look what I found. It's not creepy. It wasn't a lot. It's not one of those stories. Look, can you see it? Right there is the joist for the ceiling. So I'm marking them now, and when we go to do the strapping in the living room ceiling, we'll know exactly where they are. That was a score. That was a score.
Yeah.
Hey?
Good eye.
Good eye.
The level.
Manpower's camera.
2 more pieces for this side.
For this side, for the short side.
For the short side. And there's the long side.
I feel like we're making some good progress.
Looks like we did something. I'll kind of explain what Heather's been doing. She's been putting in these blocks. We spray foamed in here because that's kind of the attic space or the insulated space for the roof from the living room. And then this is an exterior wall up top, but only down to here. So what we're trying to do is have this as an insulated area that will be vapor barriered because we don't want any air movement from warm to cold spaces. So if we had warm air coming up the wall, we'd get condensation forming in the wall, possibly mold. So that's what we're trying to fix and make sure it doesn't happen in the future. So
Coming up slowly, this feeling that I have now, most of it holy,
well,
notion that I will make it out somehow.
like, why are you putting it on all that dirt? Go sideways. Cut it and stuff. I'll go up and show you again. I was hoping the last piece of strapping we put in over here, I was hoping that would actually pull this corner of drywall up, but unfortunately it didn't. So this drywall is actually sitting about 1.5 inches low from the other side. I'm going to put a 2x4 this way, and then these next pieces of strapping are kind of going to float off the ceiling and kind of level things out. So we'll start with the 2x4 up top and then we'll see how it goes. We'll see if it works. I mean, it looks like it's not gonna work, but
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed.
Okay. This is going a lot easier than I thought it was going
It's because it's sunny out.
We stand on the opposite shore.
You know what?
But perfect.
It's gonna work.
Money.
Yeah.
Yay.
See if we can get the peaks. This is the main peak, but the other peak ended up being over here. So nothing was lining up, but I think this is gonna float it out, and then I'll just put a screw further down and leave the gap from the top narrowing down to where the next screw is. So I'm glad we came up with that solution.
That's a great
and
solution.
It was pretty easy.
That's so awesome. There's a little family of ladybugs.
Do you want me to get the shop vac?
I'm not shop vacuuming them.
Why?
I'm rescuing them.
I don't want bugs in my home.
I'm taking them outside. I hope. I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay. Good luck.
What am I gonna use to rescue ladybugs?
A shop vac?
No.
Hello, moon. I reached through
There you go. Hopefully they woke up enough to fly.
my home. I look for
Right?
things I
And you're not fighting gravity?
2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, we were complaining, I was mostly complaining, about how freezing cold it was, and now it's so hot up here. It's hard to believe that these were 2 bedrooms, and this is only how much the windows open. We're super excited because the windows are going to be coming in just a couple weeks, and this window, our bed's going to go underneath it. It's going to have a headboard that goes all the way across, drapes that go all the way across, and the window is going to go all the way to there. It's going to be huge. It's the next day. It's the next day, and I'm wearing the same shirt because I didn't even want to take this shirt home because it was so horribly covered in insulation. And we postponed carrying on because we ran out of insulation with 2 tiny little spots left, which is so typical of renovation. And we still haven't finished the last strapping.
No, short pieces.
We moved on to trying to patch the floor, which we thought was going to be a really easy job, but it was not. We didn't record that, but it was very comical. Heather trying to use the tool that wasn't so good at it.
But we're getting rid of the squeaks.
We are getting rid of the squeaks, so that's good news. If you're new here and you haven't heard us talk about the floor, we found this is the existing subfloor from 1974 when the house was built.
Three, four, somewhere
And
in
so you're adding...
So I'm adding 3/8 OSB on top, and I'm gluing and screwing that, which is getting rid of squeaks, but it's also leveling out the old plank floor so we can install the hardwood.
So some things happen behind the scenes that we're finishing off all the chores for this room so we can get it ready for electrical. So you've got to finish off the strapping.
Yeah.
I'm going to help a bit. And I am going to continue with this terrible job. I was so itchy last night. It was absolutely awful. Also, can I just, a little amateur tip, if you're going to be insulating, don't have your sleeves rolled up. Roll these down and cover your arm, which I didn't do, and I can't roll them down now because they're covered with insulation. So don't be me.
What's up?
You have my Sally. Thank you.
All in this, I stand. Show me where the
That was super fun. Okay, back to insulating. Yeah.
It's all over the wood I'm about to cut.
I should be the last to know. All in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honest, honestly, I should be the last to know.
What happened?
I dropped one. Got him. Boom. Insulation. Check. Like, I'm trying to think if I can move it where it's out of the way.
Hello, I missed you.
We have to strap the ceiling because the original ceiling in the house actually has asbestos in it. So we can't screw into or saw into any of this to run any of the electrical lines. They're going to run their electrical in the space that's here in between the strapping and the original ceiling. Also, we're going to use this strapping to attach the tongue and groove paneling, which I'm very excited about because it's really going to elevate not just this bedroom, but the whole house and make it look much more luxurious. But the strapping is not a fun job.
All this is reused from the existing house.
Genius.
So.
I guess you ought to seem to know.
39 and a half.
Hello, I push back the serious feelings unknown to get back to life I used to know.
Last one.
Last one.
That's awesome. Are you so glad that that was not as hard?
Yeah, it's another big thing to check off.
I know. Look at the bedroom.
And somehow you're right. It looks better with just
It's crazy, right? It looks so much better. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for the new window to go in. That's going to be a big change. That's in a couple weeks. And then I think the closet, the wall of cabinetry is going to be beautiful here. Another week in the books.
Yeah, another week in the books.